Alright, today we have a different Breba to try. This is a Barnisotte. The Barnisotte I received as a cutting from UC Davis in, I believe, February of 2014. I've had it growing in the greenhouse the entire time, so the leaves on it are much larger than the ones that I have outside. And the varieties I have outside are sold to me or given to me as Barnisotte Nero, which people say are the same. However, if you take a look at the figs that are forming for the main crop, I can't tell if this is just a difference between the greenhouse and outside, or if it's just really not the same tree. So if you take a look, you'll notice the elongated figs, the long stems, long necks. And I'll show you later what the Barnisotte Nero look like. But first we need to take a look at the Breba that's here. Here's the leaf pattern, pretty common. And now take a look at the Breba. Look at the size of this Breba. It might be hard to tell exactly how big it is, but let me put my hand up there and show you. This is just a monster fig. I mean, it's just absolutely huge, and it's nice and soft and ready to be picked. So let's see. Oh yeah, came right off. I mean, look at how big this fig is. I'm going to have to get the scale out for this one just to try it out. I probably could have let it go for another day, but I noticed that in the greenhouse here, if you let the figs go too long, they start to get a little bit of mold on them. And I think that's because the humidity is so high in the greenhouse. It has a nice tight eye on it, which was also surprising. I kind of expected it, I don't know why, but I did expect it to have a looser eye. I just got some fig honey on my finger. You can see a little bit of the remnants left on it that I didn't knock off. But it's definitely sweet and ready. And it is just a beautiful fig. I was surprised it didn't get darker, but things in the greenhouse don't seem to get quite as dark as things outside of the greenhouse. So outside, I imagine this would turn really, really dark. And I hope to find out later in the year. I'm going to end up moving this tree here out into the yard orchard here. I'm getting a new floor put in the greenhouse, so I'm going to have to get it out of here for a little while. Alright, let's go see what this guy looks like. Alright, here is the Barnisotte Breba. And it is a monster. You can see the leaf pattern. It's got the three main leaves, extended cankles. I wouldn't call them a full finger, but they're getting close to it. No real definition at the end. No definition really on the fingers for the most part at all. Fig. This is the first Breba I've had. I'm going to have to assume this is what they commonly look like. Mostly purple. It actually didn't turn purple until probably about 2 days ago. It was mostly this green color for the longest time. It swelled up and then finally started to turn that purple color that I kind of expected, as the main crop is purple on these. It's a beautiful fig. I mean, really, a really nice fig. Its eye, like I said before, is closed. A little bit of honey, and you can see how squishy it is. I'm actually leaving indentations in it as I move it around here. So I'm gonna actually weigh this one. I want to see how much this sucker weighs. Alright, borrowed my wife's kitchen scale. Let's turn it on. Make sure it zeroes out and goes to grams. Alright, it's on grams. Let's see what we got here. Oh baby, 106 grams. That's a big fig. That's a bite and a half easily, if not 3 or 4 bites. So this should be one heck of a meal here. Alright, time to cut this baby open. Let's see what she's got inside. Nice and soft. Interesting. Expected it to be a little bit jammier, but you know, you never know with these Brebas. They tend not to be real jammy. It's actually wetter than it looks. It looks dry, but if you look really close, you can see it's actually got a bit of jammy texture to it. Let's go ahead and give this guy a try. It's pretty good. It's a little watery. It's a little watered down. It's in a self-watering pot in the greenhouse. I'm not sure if between the humidity and everything else, if that's kind of what did it, but Teresa's here. Let's see what she thinks. There you go. Take a bite.
I got a big rainstorm on Saturday, so...
It was in the greenhouse. I shouldn't have gotten the rain, right?
Oh, there's no greenhouse?
Yeah. Let me think.
Very faint flavor.
Yeah, not real strong.
Not as good as the one the other day.
No, the Excel was much better, but, you know. Still, for this early in the summer, it's nice to have some fresh fruit, so... Yeah. That's the Barnisotte. Alright, a little bit of bonus here. I've got another Excel Breba that looks like it is ripe. I mean, real ripe. I don't know, I'm having a lot of luck. I know some people say that the birds still get through these bags, but I've been having a lot of luck with them. I'd highly recommend them. You can see a little bit of the fig honey coming out there. Let's see if I can get this out. I'm really interested in weighing this to see how it compares to that Barnisotte I just had. And this is another really big fig. It's one reason you just gotta love these Brebas. They're just so big. I mean, they're a little bit watery. They're not the jammy that you're used to with the main crop, but they get so large. You can see a little bit of fig honey in this one. Not a lot. A bit of cracking. I've had some really warm days, so the figs are starting to crack nicely. This is the Excel Breba from UC Davis, if you hadn't seen the other video. This one, I think I rooted back in, I think 2014. A lot of the figs I got were in 2014. I really started getting a whole bunch of different varieties then. But let's see how much this one weighs. Make sure it zeroes out. Make sure it's on grams, and 98 grams. Almost another 100-gram fig. Alright, and you know we gotta look and see what's inside of this guy. So, we'll get rid of this other half of Barnisotte. Let's put this guy up here. And let's slice her open. Really soft. Like cutting into a pillow. Alright. And here's my second Barnisotte Breba. It looks just as good as the last one. Not Barnisotte, what did I say? Not Barnisotte, Excel. Excel! This is the Excel Breba. You can see it's got a real jammy inside, and this is even close to as good as last night's was. This is going to be a spectacular fig. I mean, I was really impressed after the poor performance of the main crop last year. I wasn't expecting a terrible lot out of this guy, but so far he's been delicious. So let's give her a try. Oh, that's good. I mean, it's a mouthful, and it's sweet, and it's got like a honey syrupy taste to it. This is just delicious. This has been my best Breba, heads and tails above the other ones. This beats the Shia Black, this beats Violet de Bordeaux, this beats Barnisotte. Flanders doesn't even, I'm not even going to give that one a rating. I'm hoping that was just a bad experience and it'll get better with time, but this one is just jammy all the way through, thick. Oh, it's just really good. Closest thing I can tell you, it's almost like a black Madeira, how it gets that syrupy inside to it. The taste isn't anywhere as strong as a black Madeira, but I mean, this is a Breba. I really don't expect a lot of my Brebas, and this is just fabulous. Yeah. I was going to save this and make some fig ice cream out of it, but I don't know. I might have to eat this all tonight. I mean, this is just delicious. Alright, this is PA Figs. Hope you enjoyed.